Hello, hello, hello! It's time for another crazy recapping video, though let's hope this one isn't as long. So today we have another Macintosh LC Plus, LC3 Plus rather, and this model is, well, you're going to be able to hear that it needs recapping. How about that? This board is begging to be recapped so badly that the speaker is actually making some weird noises here. So we're going to get into that in a second. This is the machine that I wanted to recap the other night, and I was looking at it and I found it on the shelf, and I'm like, all right, we have to do this one now. Even if I don't get to finish recapping everything, I want to get those caps off because I'm sure they are causing some havoc in here. Now, this machine rather, is a little dusty, so there's a good amount of dust and grime on here and such, and that's fine. We're gonna get that cleaned up, but most importantly are the capacitors on here. So this machine does turn on, and I'll demonstrate that in a minute, and it does work for the most part, just that the audio is a little weird, and you could hear squealing and high-pitched noises from the speaker. And the 8-Bit Guy did a video fairly recently for, I think it was a Macintosh LC or an LC2 that he recapped, and same issue with the speaker. So it has to do with some of the capacitors here. It was actually so sensitive. I filmed a segment a few months ago where I actually blew air on the capacitors, and the speaker just got louder and louder and louder. Hello, Dysfunctional Wombat. Welcome to the stream. So this won't be a crazy 3-hour, 4-hour, 8-hour stream. I'm going to go as quickly as possible, not to try and break Bruce's record, of course, because Bruce from Breakfast Creations did an entire recap of LC, I think it was a 580 or one of those 540 or something like that, one of those models in under 35 minutes or so. I'm not going to try that, but I am going to at least get those caps off. Yeah, if you think this hard drive is thick, I got a big one over here. Hold on. Here we go. Here's a nice raw dime. And to compare, here's the standard drive. Oh, this is a floppy drive actually, but yeah, here's a big chunky boy, and here's a thin SATA desktop drive. But yeah, it's a chunky boy right here. So we're gonna get right down to it. I'm gonna show you guys how bad this thing sounds. So I'm gonna bring the microphone a little closer. And you're going to hear some weird squealing noises. So if you're wearing headphones, you might want to adjust the volume a little bit. So you're going to hear a startup chime. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to tell you what you're going to hear. You're going to hear a startup chime. And then you're going to hear the speaker making all sorts of weird noises. Almost like an old radio dial. If you're tuning in a reception, you're getting all sorts of weird frequencies. So I'm going to turn this on. You're going to hear a startup chime. Then you're going to hear some weird noises. And I'll shut up for a bit. Okay, so you probably heard that. Let me know in the chat if you heard that. That is the sound of the speaker going all wonky because the capacitors have to be replaced. Now, I'm going to turn the machine off again. I'm going to plug the video cable in, and that's plugged into this monitor, and I'll bring everything into view in a second here. There we go. And we're going to turn this on. And sometimes the video doesn't come up, and this time it actually did. So it does boot up. We get the cursor. I have booted off this machine before. Because I'm testing this so much, I disconnected the hard drive because I don't want to stress that out any further. It's a 40 megabyte Connor hard disk, so it did work. I believe I did copy the data off of it. But yeah, so the Macintosh is working, but we want to keep it working, so we're going to remove these caps. So I'm going to shut this off. We're going to end our whistling speaker there. And very quickly I'm going to take this apart. Thankfully these LCs, it's not hard to do. So let me turn this monitor off. Let's unplug this from the power. Oop. Yeah, this one has a bit of the plastic cracked off the back, unfortunately. I can glue that, I think, because unfortunately the plastic is extremely brittle, and this one whole piece came off. Now, where did I put it? I put it over here somewhere. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. But if I'm able to put this back together, I think it'll go back in one smooth piece. So hopefully we'll recap this successfully, and then we'll worry about the cosmetic stuff. I'm always more concerned about the machine actually running than any of the cosmetic details. I mean, yeah, it's nice. I don't want to break my machines or anything like that, but if you give me one that's dead in pristine condition versus one that is a little beat up but works perfectly, I'll take the one that works. So that's just me. Yeah, so yeah, I've heard that as well, Dysfunctional Wombat, that some of the IBM drives are pretty good. I have some of their server drives, I believe. But let's take out the memory and video memory modules here. Put those to the side. And we're going to just take this board. Oh, well, that's right. We have to remove the speaker here. Ah, I was afraid of that. This plastic tab just shot right up. Thankfully, these tabs aren't required. I can glue that back in. I'm not going to worry too much about that. But that just shows you how delicate some of the plastics are, especially this machine. I think this was in a school, probably had a lot of sunlight through the window. Overall, not in bad shape, but we definitely want to recap it. So let's move this plastic piece over here. Okay, and we're going to move the fan over here. And yeah, okay, so here's the board. We're going to get all of our stuff ready here. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can't. We're going to turn on our microscope friend. And we're just going to take a quick look here at some of the capacitors and see how they're going. So the board is dirty. It's probably late. Everyone's asleep. Yeah, the board is pretty filthy. So we're going to clean this up a little bit. But the first things first, I want to remove the capacitors. Just gives you guys more of an audience, more of a platform. Okay, so we got these guys here. Yeah, so I'm not seeing too much bad news here. Yeah, you guys are the cool kids. Thank you. The solder joints look okay. I'm not seeing anything too bad. This one looks kind of suspect here. It's very hard because this microscope is not the best. But yeah, look at that. Look at that one. That I think is pretty pretty bad there. Because you could tell by the debris around it that it got sticky, because otherwise dust would not really accumulate like that. I'm hoping none of the traces are damaged on this, but the machine does boot up. So the hope is that we're going to resolve that speaker whining. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty nasty, if I say so myself. So, all right. So we're gonna just cut right to it here. So I'm going to hide this microscope here. Just put up the little label of what we're doing and bring this up as well. So yeah, it's a late night stream, so it's okay. I know not everybody's a night owl like me. I just wanted to get in some quick desoldering at least. I don't know if we're going to recap the whole thing tonight. Like I said, we're not going to go crazy here, but let's see what we could accomplish, huh? And we could, since we're an intimate crowd here, we could chat, and don't worry if you can't stay the whole time, that's just fine. That's no shame here. So, what I'm going to do is just put a bit of flux around these capacitors just to help ease them on their way up. around the plastic bits here is a little concerning, because I don't want anything to melt. I have singed a few little things here and there, nothing too bad, but the one right up the memory slot here is going to be annoying. And I know that for a fact. And this one here, we could put here. I do have to get more flux, actually better flux. This is like this paste stuff, and it's okay, but the liquid application stuff looks better. But I know I talked to a few of you guys, when I did the last stream, and a few of you were saying you were just about to recap a Mac, or you wanted to get some tools to do that. It's highly suggested, especially if you have machines like this. This one's from 1992. If you have any old machines like this, don't sit around, because time is not on your side, unfortunately. These machines will, not wait around. And I've waited way too long, as it is. I should have done this years ago. And let's hope that I'm not too late with some of these machines, because they could be destroyed. I mean, I'm warming up here because I want to try and fix my Quadra 840 AV, which is currently not working, and get my full functionality back on the 2CX I have. So, alright, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to get this camera in a little closer. We're going to use some of this tinfoil here around here, because I want to try and shield as much as I can. There's some more over here. Oh, of course I dropped it. Now I'm just going to sleep for the rest of the stream. Good night. Good night. Alright. So, I'm just going to shield the plastic bits here as best I can. Just to make sure we're not going to melt anything. At least try not to. I mean, we're going to try our best here. Alright, so we're going to start with our heat gun. And I'm going to have this clean off this little tool here. I'm just going to nudge the capacitors off gently as we heat this up. Alright, so we were all ready? Alright, good. Alright, so this heats up pretty quick, so let's get to work. Alright, we got one off. Let that area cool down a bit. I don't want to singe anything. Alright, next one. Oh, these smell awful. Alright, got that one off. Oh, that's terrible. I always wanted one of those displays. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Those Apple Studio displays, the acrylic ones, the clear 17-inch ones, man, I'd love one of those. Alright, woo! That cap got a little too toasty. But that's okay. So I'm going to just put the heat gun down for a second. And let's catch up on some of these comments. Still haven't managed to pick up a Mac off the side of the road or a thrift store. Ah. Yes, one of my favorite Macs as well. Yeah, I mean, MDD. I have a few MDDs, and you know what? The Firewire 800's nice, but like, just get whatever you can. Don't worry about getting one, because this is what'll happen. You'll get one machine, and then you'll find a good deal on another. So that's just how things work. Hey, Coolio person. I'm doing alright, how about you? The capacitors sort of smell like fish. Oh, geez, yeah, it melted some of the plastic. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of that. But you know what? It's not too bad. It's just a little bit melted right here. Just the edge of that connector. Oh, this camera doesn't like to focus, I apologize. Yeah, just the edge of this connector here is a little bit melty. Thankfully, nothing else melted. That's just, you know, I might have to lower the temperature on this heat gun actually, and because it might be too much. I mean, I do have to hold it over there for a good amount of time to loosen everything, but maybe it's just I'm over there for too long of a time. But yeah, this capacitor actually. Let me get the microscope in on this one. Let's turn this on. This one that's on the desk here, this capacitor right here, look at that. Look at that. That is exactly what you don't want on your Macintosh. This capacitor here, that's exactly what it spewed out. It's exactly what we don't want on our Mac. And that's why we have to remove everything. So you can just see, here's just a close-up of where got a little, whoop, no, well, I'm in the wrong direction here. Not that I'm showing off. Well, I'm just, you know, this is what happens. Sometimes you screw up a little bit. But, yeah, so this got a little bit melted. Not the end of the world. It's going to be inside the computer. No one's going to be able to really see it. That's the risk you take. But we're trying to avoid anything like that. So, the next problematic one, we'll remove this one right here. So, yeah, it's sort of like a fishy smell, like a almost like a chemical smell. I guess maybe cat pee. Hopefully not. All right, so we're gonna put those discarded capacitors over here. Okay, and we're just gonna do the rest of these real quick. Might need more flux on this, to be honest. Alright, got that one off. This one next to the SCSI connector will be annoying, but I'm going to try this one here next to the rear SCSI connector. Alright, that one came off pretty good. And they're still very hot, so I'm not, you know, trying not to touch them. Let's get these two off here. Let's get this one off first. Well, this is a stinky one. Oof. Oof. That one's pretty yucky. That's nasty. Alright, so now we have these little smaller caps here. Alright, that one's off. Okay, that one's off. Let's let that area cool down. Oh, a lot of comments. I'll catch up in a second, guys. I'll catch up in 1 second. Alright. Yeah, some of these capacitors are still smoking a bit when they come off. Alright, I have one more to do. One more to get off here, but what I need to do is put some tinfoil around this. So here, let's read some comments for a second. Let's see. Oops. Alright, so Coolio person's wiping Adele. Alright. Got myself more prep for finding much earlier Macs over the years. ADB peripherals. Yeah, if you can't find an original DB15 monitor, you know, just get a VGA to DB15 adapter. They work pretty well. Yeah, the prices are very inflated. I think it's just people are crazy. They see the Apple logo, they think it's worth $1 million. They think they're going to be rich, especially when they have to be recapped. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous. Quadra 660 AV. I have a board of one of them. I think I have the case somewhere too. Oh, it's all right, Dana. I've started like that too. If you see the first recapping stream I did a few days or weeks ago, it was pretty bad. But this hot air station was like $48 on eBay, so well worth it. It's making this a breeze, or as much as it can be. Yeah, the 660 AVs are pretty cool. An SE30, nice. Yes, the pizza boxes. 2007 Windows XP setup. Oof. As long as you got security precautions in place, I hope you're okay. Happy Windows 7 retirement day. Yes. Oh, 40 more Macs that need recapping. Let me get out my list here. Let's see. Alright, let me try and find this. So I want to tell you guys how many of these I have to do. To give you an idea of what's going on. Alright, so I have a list of my Macintosh computers. Some of you probably already know how many I have, and it's kind of ridiculous, I admit. But you have to understand, I've collected these over many, many years. It's not all last year, it's like 15, 20 years. So, how can I go to another tab? Don't tell me I need to download this stupid... Oh, here we go. Okay, so... I can't pan around? Oh, okay. Alright, so non-Macintosh machines, I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 non-Macintosh machines. So those are Apple IIs and the Apple III. As far as 68K machines, there's a total of, well, about 40 of them, I'd say. And PowerPC machines, there's probably close to 90 or so. But that includes iBooks and small machines too. So not as many of those need recapping, but I have my work cut out for me for these 68K machines. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a process here, and that's why it's very important to recap these because I need to do it now. Otherwise, they're just going to sit around, and I'm never going to get it done. Still sad about 7 going down the can. Yeah, Windows 7 was pretty decent for what it was. Yes, this is pretty. I mean, I'm having fun. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'm learning too. Because honestly, a lot of the time, I was very precautious and cautionary about doing this by myself. But Bruce from Brankus Creations has some great videos, and it really put me at ease. It made me feel like I could do it. I'm just going to show you some close-ups now. We are using a heat gun. There's a fair amount of heat here, and some of that got, I don't think it's really burned. I think it's just, yeah, it's just dirt and grime. But, yeah, it's pretty nasty. Yeah, so that's these are the pads that we're going to, and the lighting is terrible here. It's not that dark. It is, this is just, here, if I adjust this a little bit. Yeah, see, it's not that bad. But there's a lot of crud on this board. So we're gonna try and clean that out. And yeah, maybe that's a little toasted, but trying to be light with this, with the heating gun. But you may be easier said than done, I think. So yeah, plenty of practice. Okay, so this capacitor is going to be a pain because it is so close to that SCSI connector. I mean, look at that. I'm almost tempted to use the soldering iron, but I really don't want to. So I'm going to try and put a lot of tinfoil around this because I really need that SCSI connector to work. I mean, thankfully, worst case scenario, I can put a new SCSI connector on there, but that's a lot of soldering. I don't necessarily want to do that if I don't have to. So let's put a nice wall. I'm sure there's something better than tinfoil, but this is all I have right now. So I will be protecting this as best I can, and I'll put another little thing here. Yeah, I did some dead boards. I did 2 LC dead boards I practice on. And so I'm not a professional by any means, but I have the basic skills I think I need to continue doing this, at least for a few more of these machines. Yeah, so okay. So that one looks okay. This is the last one we got to do. Let this heat up for a second, and we're going to get this last capacitor off this board, hopefully. Nope. Well, I screwed up already because the little battery connector here is plastic and I did not put tinfoil around that. So I'm going to wait for that to cool down. There we go. And let's see if we can put some of this over there too. How's the SCSI connector looking? That's alright, good. So this is just, this is learning here, so. And unfortunately with all this tinfoil around here, it makes it more difficult to do what we have to do, but let's hope this is just an easy one. This is the last one we gotta do, so. Thankfully the Macintosh 2 and some of the other boards are much more spacious. Come on, sit right there, please. Thank you. Okay. I think, like, yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to try different ways to insulate this. I mean, I'm just using what I have right now, so I could definitely order some things or take a look at some things. I think the trick is also to just be very quick about heating it and trying to get it off, not dwelling on a particular area. I might be holding it too close or too far away too, so. Okay, got it off. Whew. Hopefully we did okay. Yep, SCSI port looks good. Resoldering that is going to be fun, but at least all the caps are off. Alright, sorry, catching up on the comments here. Yeah, I don't like Windows 10 either. Windows Media Center. I remember that. I'd like a large ultrasonic cleaner. Could that be burned? Yeah, I mean, it could. I don't know what the goop is. It could be the residue from the capacitors. That could certainly be that. I would love an ultrasonic cleaner too. Yeah, thick box board or something might be helpful. Hey, Dan. Yes, I'm back at it. Okay, so the heat gun is shutting off. We're not going to need that anymore because we got all the capacitors off that we needed to. So let's take a closer look at the camera here. Alright, so let's wait for this silly camera to focus. There's apparently drivers I could install for this thing to get it to work better, so I apologize that I don't have those installed. Usually if I put my hand somewhere, it'll focus on that. There we go. Or not. Or not. Well, anyway, that's where we removed one of the capacitors near the SCSI port, and removed those over there by the power port and the floppy disk drive port. Again, this like focuses and then unfocuses, so I apologize. And then all of these. Come on. Come on. Come on. Focus, you silly camera. Yeah, so all of those have been removed as well. So I'm gonna try and cap some, and we'll see how far I get. How about that? I don't know if I'll do the whole thing tonight, but this is a fairly small board, so should be okay. What I just need to do is confirm the values of these and make sure that I get the proper ones out. So let's see. These are 10, T16. No, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. These are 1016. Okay. And where are the other ones? Uh-oh. Did we lose our capacitors here? I hope not, because I just got them. Where did they go? This would be problematic. I did think I put them back in this box that I've had the rest of them in. Don't tell me I'm going to have to look at my old stream and see what I did with them, but it was a large pack of them too. It wasn't a tiny amount of them at all. Let me just move my chair back here. I'm going to stand up and just take a look. Yeah, Windows Media Center was pretty neat with the TV turner functionality. I always admit I was kind of jealous because I always liked that type of stuff. So that was something that I thought was cool. Okay, where did that little bag of capacitors go? Oh, there they are. Okay, I found them. They're just on this little toolbox over here. So let me just sneak behind the tripod. And there we go. Okay. Now we are back in business. Okay, cool. Alright, so I'm going to, at this point, turn the soldering iron on, because we will need that in a few seconds here. Alright, so LC3s have a design fault with the C2247 cap. It's installed backwards by the factory. You need to reverse it. Okay, that is interesting because I redid another LC3 board and it was okay. But I followed the markings on the board. I did not follow the markings of where the orientation of the previous cap was. So you're saying C22? Alright, that's this one here. They all face the same direction. It's silkscreen backwards. Interesting, because, well, this is also an LC3 Plus. So this is not an LC3. So I don't know if they've resolved that issue. I have not capped an LC3 yet, just an LC3 Plus. In fact, the one I did cap is sitting right behind me. And although I did not do the best job of it, we can compare the number here. Yep. And the processor is a 33B, yep. And yeah, all of them are correctly orientated. So hopefully that was okay. I told you what my plan was, Jay. I'm sorry, Jay. Things be going down, yeah. Sorry. Well, we got everything off the board without too much pain. Yeah, well, I am using the tantalum capacitor, so it shouldn't be backwards. I'm assuming you already peed in the centrist, Jay. I'm not bleeding. No. No. There's no blood. Okay, so, yeah, so hopefully that silk screening was fixed on the LC3 Plus, and I would assume it would be, hopefully. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, so let's clean up the board a little bit, because it's pretty nasty. We're gonna get our wick out here, and we're gonna get a lot of this old solder off these pads. And where are my little scissors? Oh no, I brought them upstairs. Let's just get this cut off there. There we go. Okay. I knew you did. You can test the connection with the multimeter. Yeah, I think I did it successfully, but I will try out. LC3 3 plus is the difference in placement of one resistor. Okay. Aw. Well, I appreciate you, Jay. I really do. Thank you for tuning in. And I promise I will watch your live stream. How about that? We were talking about blood and what the titanium power book and the metal pans. Oh yeah, ooh, power book. Yeah, that. You want to talk about blood? Open up an 8500 or an 8100 or 9500. Those little metal shards in the. Ugh, yeah, no, thank you. Okay, so your 10,000th dropped frame. Oof. We've been going for 41 minutes and 0 drop frames yet, but that might happen. I don't have a 4400, but yeah, I could see where that would cause problems. Okay, so let's get right to it here. Let's get all this fun going on here, and I'm going to what am I doing here? That's right. Put some flux on here on these pads. And I'll get the microscope in a second because this is much slower and not next to the heat gun, so you can see what I'm doing. And correct me and yell at me, because that's half the fun. Alright, so we're going to turn that back on. Oh, yeah, that's probably one way to do it. Okay, so this is one of the pads that we have to get all the solder off. Yes, I have the soldering iron to help the blood from the wound stop. Oh boy. Okay, so I believe I'm doing this in the right order. Flux on there. Going to add a wee bit of solder to encourage these pads to disintegrate, and then I'll suck that up with the wick there. So let's first tin our soldering iron a little bit. And just going to do a bit of cleaning all around here. Oh, I need to move this a little closer so I can actually use it. Okay. Yeah, there. Nice and clean. Okay, so let's... Oh, actually, this isn't needing new solder. It's these pads aren't too bad at all. Alright, so let's get some of this up here. Or maybe not. Maybe we just need to... We do need to add some solder. That's okay. Hope you guys are having a good night. Or afternoon, wherever you are. Different time zones, man. I actually was playing Unreal Tournament on my PowerPC Mac during the PowerPC Challenge. I have not touched my Mac Pro, with the exception of this machine, because I have to stream on something. I haven't touched my Mac Pro desktop. I am trying my best to use the older machines. I am sort of not telling anybody what machine I'm using, because I want to try and use the oldest machine I can use. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We'll catch up on Thursday. That's all I'm going to say about that. Alright, so those look okay. Let's clean that up a little bit. So we can see those are nice and shiny. You can see the reflection of my light right above me. That looks pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. The flux looks like rotting meat. Yeah, I think OBS at 10 megabits would do that, Jay. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean up some of this here. This excess flux we got here. I mean, we're gonna put some on in a second anyway, but just so this is nice and clean when we put our new caps on. Okay, so these are, as I refer to the machine right behind me, these are the 16 volt. Yep, so we need 3 of these. So I'm just going to peel this back ever so gently here. Come on, there we go. Okay, so we got 3. All good, perfect. All right, and now I'm gonna add some more of this rotting meat flux. I mean, totally organic, fair trade, 100% vegan flux. I'm gonna put that here. And it's very quiet in the basement right now. The furnace is off, the dryer stopped running. The bunnies are probably all resting because they munched. And they're all probably gonna go to bed. Well, no, they won't. They'll be up all night. They don't adhere by my rules. Okay, whoops. All right, and we need some solder. We have that. And as I say that, the dryer goes back on. That's okay. All right, cool. So yes, bunnies. We have. We're essentially a bunny foster orphanage. We have some adorable bunny rabbits. They have not made their streaming debut yet. No, some of them have a Mac. Yeah, I'll hold it on my lap or whatever. Alright, so let's try, and I'm going to have to move this a little bit away, unfortunately, because it's a little too close for me to work with the soldering iron. So you won't really see too much action here. Maybe you will. Let's see. So I'm going to try and, that's right, I have to put some solder on these pads first. Oh! Is that a boy or a girl? Little dwarf. Those are cute little bunnies. Ours are all mixes. They're all from God knows where. They just needed a home, so we ended up with them. They're very sweet though. But they're all girls, so I'm the only boy here except for the cat. Aw. That's cute. Good luck with her. Alright. Let's try and get this situated here. That was okay. Let's see. That's better. All right. You know what? This could use a little bit more solder. Right, just a little tip here. I don't have any cleaner or anything. I don't have an ultrasonic cleaner or anything like that. Not that I'm against it. I just really just don't have one. I have to clean one of these boards in a project sooner or later. A tip for your bunny. I mean, you may know this already, Dana, if you are a rabbit person. Make sure you're obviously even if you don't have a second one in the house. Apparently, getting them spayed and neutered helps cut their risk of cancer and other stuff like that by, I think, 80% or something like that. So, aw, the red one, the red-eyed ones are cute. Nobody likes them. I don't know why, but I think they're adorable. We have one ourselves. She's a big little lop. She's like a 9-pound one. She's feisty. She was a foster failure. Nobody wanted her, so we ended up with her. She's real sweet. He says that as he breathes in the beautiful toxic solder fumes. Yeah, bunnies, in the United States, they're considered exotic animals, which means their vet costs are very high, which is not fun, but they're a big commitment, actually. People think they're easy to care for, and they can be unless something goes wrong. And you blink and it's $1,500 later at the vet, and yeah. Fun times. Oh, that I could do much better. Let's try that again. Let's move this here. Oh wait, it was already. Nope, it's not. It's on the wrong one. There we go. You can kind of see that better now. Hey, Bruce. Uh-oh, Bruce is here. I have to tidy up my work now. Bruce was just resting thousands of kilometers away, and he just felt a great disturbance of somebody recapping a Macintosh poorly. And he woke up. I was telling everyone I'm not going to do this in 30 minutes like you did. Yeah, their digestive systems are something else, man. Glad you're a savvy individual about that. Oh. Thank you. I'm just trying to make sure that this one is making a connection there, because it's there, that's much better. Yeah, the problem I have with some of these caps is like one will be raised slightly higher than the other, which is annoying because you get it sort of lopsided looking. But yeah. Yes, Bruce, the all-knowing god of capacitors. Yes, I will be cleaning all the flux off. Do not worry. That's usually what I do. One of the last things I do. Okay, so I forgot. I apologize. I forgot the name of the comment up before. But Bruce, someone was mentioning that on the LC3, I don't know if it's on the LC3 Plus, but on the LC3, the capacitor silkscreen for capacitor number 22, which I'm soldering now apparently, is actually backwards. The polarity is marked backwards. I don't know if you're aware of that, or if it's reflected in the guide you're doing. I didn't have a problem with my LC3 Plus, and I'm following just the markings on the board, but I can... I'd be interesting to know your thoughts on that. Because you're putting solder on the pad before you put the component on. If it works for you, stick with it, but it's not how I do it. Ah, okay. So you just hold it in place, Bruce, and then you put solder on the tip of your iron and then just braze it real quick, like together? I think I've seen that's how you do it. Honestly, you do it so quick, it's a little hard for me to recognize it, but I'm just assuming that's what you did. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I've watched plenty of his videos. I just have the memory of a goldfish, so. Ah, okay. Alright, you know what? I will try that on one of the other capacitors. But we're not looking too bad here. We got This camera does not like to focus. I think I have to install the drivers for this because the control center apparently has some focus options there. But come on, focus, please. Maybe. I wish there was a manual focus wheel on this. Come on. You could do better than that. There we go. Ah! Alright. It's best when it's far away, I guess. Alright, so we got those there. And I'm going to just clean up that stuff there for now. And I'm going to go back and clean that up further. It's actually a little easier when some of that slightly solidifies because it just comes up much easier. Okay, gotta check my LCD through. Yeah, I don't know, Bruce. That's what. Let me scroll up now that I don't have a soldering iron in hand. Let's see what the comment was. I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. I just didn't know. So I think I've heard it before, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So Captain 318 says LC3s have a design fault with capacitor 22. It's installed backward by the factory. You need to reverse the cap. It's for 5 volts and it's silk screened backwards. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm curious about that too. But we will find out, I guess. The right guys are on the job, so on the case. Whatever. Okay, let's get this continued here. All right, so let's do this one next. This one looks pretty dirty, so let's try and clean this up a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if they labeled something wrong. Oh yeah, this is just like this little Q-tip here. This is all just from one of the capacitors there. So Bruce, at the beginning of this stream, I turned on the Mac and you could hear this speaker just whining, and it was just, the machine would actually boot up and everything, but the speaker was just making a squealing noise like you're tuning an old radio. So this was the machine. This was the LC3 I knew I had to recap, but I couldn't find the other day. But maybe it's best I left this for later on. But I will jinx myself now. But the pads have been okay so far. Jay, I hope you put all the caps backwards. Thank you, Jay. Thank you for your super chat, and thank you for the optimistic message as always. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time I put the cap on backwards, or put the wrong cap on the board. Thank you, Jay. That's very kind of you. Go check out Jay's website. You'll notice a trend. If anybody super chats me, I plug the heck out of them. At least if I know them, and know about them enough. Jay has Jay, why don't you put your link in there for your Apple serial number website? Jay has a great site that you should all check out, especially if you're trying to find out specs on a Mac. Let's say you're trying to find details of one you find on eBay or Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and you're just trying to find out the details of that Mac. You know, what processor it has, memory, and all that stuff. Pay and plug system. What's cool is his website will tell you the year, all the specs, if it has AppleCare on it, and all that stuff. If it was stolen. His website's pretty neat, so check that out. You could check your serial numbers for your Macs there. What's nice, it will give you like the production year, the date, the month, stuff like that. Pretty neat. Yep, there's the link. AppleSerialNumberInfo.com. To upgrade LC3 to LC3 Plus, move resistor R14 to R74. Wasn't there a different processor? I don't know. Maybe I have to check. I thought the LC3 Plus had a slightly different processor, but I'm also very tired, so I could be mistaking that. I might also just be thinking of the LC2. Actually, I'm pretty sure I am. Never mind. Not doubting you at all. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just talking off the top of my head. Alright, so that looks pretty good there, I'd say. Okay. Let's go clean up the rest of these pads. Yeah, let's go in order here. Let's do that. Let's clean up this one here. Oh, Jay. See, I say nice things about you, and then... Yeah, what do I expect? Sorry about this, guys. Just trying to do this carefully. This is right next to the SCSI port, so just concentrating a little bit. Yeah. Interesting. I will have to try some experiments. Interesting information. Thank you. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, this is all yucky here. Oof, yeah, I could smell that lovely fish smell. Thank you, Apple, for using these types of capacitors. Okay, we're almost done getting most of the crud off of here. All that old solder. That ain't doing anybody any good. Look, you just see like all this cap juice and junk just making itself well known as we're cleaning up these pads here. Just trying to add some new solder to this to encourage the old solder to come off. Wouldn't hurt to put some more flux on there. Yes, fishy, fishy, yuck. Yeah, let's get all this junk off. Ugh. Yuck, yuck, yuck. This one does not want to come clean. The rest of them are playing along. Okay, I think that's the best we're going to get out of that one. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, sorry. Let's catch up on here. Let's see. I drank some of the funny juice. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm sorry. I had the microscope on. That was probably annoying. Okay, so let's clean some of these pads here. Just a little bit before we put anything on. Because there's here. Let's show you some action here. Of course, I turned the microscope on. Now I turn it back on again. Look at this gunk here. So here is there we go. Look at all this gunk. Oof. These were definitely leaky capacitors here, or at least gunky ones. I mean, oof. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Try my best to get these to be cleaner here. Okay. Nice scope camera. Thank you, Jay. I will look into that. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All this junk. This gunk and junk and yuck. Because you might as well clean these things, because putting new caps on isn't going to help if there's still corrosive junk all over the board. So, in fact, I can get this toothbrush out here again. And just gently, one of these little chips here has some blue on it, which there might have been some corrosive there. So, just making sure I get all of this gunk out. Yes, Dana, please. Jay, put the link in there. Discord is basically like a group chat. Kind of like this, but someone's always there. We post a lot of links. I'll post like behind the scenes pictures, fun stuff like that. So feel free to join us if you haven't done so already. Yeah, so here, where is it? There, you can see a little bit of, yes, like IRC. See a little bit of junk there. I don't know if I could clean that off. I don't think that's supposed to be that color. I don't know if that's supposed to be that color, because this one doesn't look like that. No, that's definitely not supposed to be like that. And this is why I need an ultrasonic cleaner, because these little things are very hard to see, even with the microscope. At least with this microscope. Okay, I think that should help. So I know I must be out of focus here. I'm just trying to clean up some of the little spots I followed. Whoops, yeah. There we go. Okay, so we're about an hour and 12 minutes in. Hopefully I can finish the rest of this up pretty quickly, because yeah, I don't want to stay up longer than I have to. I have to go to work in the morning, so let's not pull a repeat of last night. But yeah, some of this is all yucky here. Okay, so let's continue here. So we need some more capacitors. We have we had our little bag. Where'd they go? Here they go. All right, so I'm gonna make sure I put them in the right place this time. I refer to the one I already did here. So we need 2 more of these. Okay. And that one goes there and there. So let's do this one first. This is capacitor number 13. Okay. Yeah, it's still a little dirty there. Let's try and clean that out. Get another Q-tip, I guess. Oh, this isn't the... Where did I put the good stuff? There it is. Yes. That's why I wasn't cleaning. There we go. There, that's the gunk we're trying to get off here. Yuck. All right. I see some extra cleaning I have to do up here and there, but not too bad. Alright, so these look nice and shiny. Now it looks like actually, I don't know if Bruce is still around, but it looks like this here has the little green, maybe it's the UV stuff, whatever. It looks like it's scratched away a little bit there. Let's make sure that's still connecting as it should. Let's see. Alright, so that's here and here. Okay. We're still connected. So that's good. There's no break in the trace there. It's just looks like a little bit got corroded there. And I'm actually going to take a screenshot here because that's pretty gnarly. Alright, cool. I know, it hardly feels like 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to corrode. I don't have anything too sharp to scrape that. That's the only issue here. I have this blade. I'm just worried I'm going to do more harm than good. That's my concern. Either tin it with some solder or paint coating on it afterwards. So should I scrape that off, Bruce? This little area here, as best I can, just like the brownish area. And then tin it, or just tin it without scraping it. Sorry. Oh yeah, Jay. I just read Jay's comment again. I'm not even gonna like hit it hard. I'm just trying to see if any of this is moving a bit. Yeah, unfortunately I need better tools. It's shinier now than it was before. So I will tin it because before there was just dirt on it. So so yeah, let's I guess I'll just put some solder on there then. Then let it maybe strengthen itself, or I probably did that wrong because I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I forgot the frickin' flux. How stupid am I? Well, don't answer that question. Oh, look how pretty that is now. No! I think that looks better. It's hard to tell. You get a clean Q-tip here. Okay. That looks a little better. At least to my eyes. Let's just test the continuity one more time. Yep. So hopefully that should be okay. Let's put that new cap on there, shall we? So, this is actually facing that way. Okay. So I'm going to try doing it Bruce's way by not putting any solder on the pads first. Just put the flux on there and then put some solder on the tip and just quickly brush it. We have to move some of this out of the way here, but make sure we're putting this on correctly. Okay. Yeah, that worked. That's probably much easier. Well, that looks nice and neat. Look at that. I'm going to try to do the rest of them that way, Bruce, because I should have paid more attention. Okay, so the next one here, we'll do the same thing with. Here we go. This is kind of addicting, because like once you start, you want to get all of them done. And there's a hair there. Let's get that out of there. Yes, exactly. I don't want to take any chances with that thing. Okay, so let's get this into place. I'm actually going to have to turn this to a degree to get a better angle at that. Thank you, Jay. That's very, very high compliments coming from you. I think that went okay. Sniffing the flux. I think that got it. I just give it a nudge. Let's dial in that focus here. Let's clean that up. Sharpies. I think that looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. That's just got to clean some of the flux on the top of it. Again, the lighting makes it look so dirty and harsh, but it's really not. Okay. All right. All right. So, how many we got left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, I think. No, 6. 6 left. Okay. Trying to recover data off the hard drive. I use a time machine backup. It's reading so in the floppy. Something's wrong. Try disk drill works pretty well at recovering disks. If I mean, hardware problems you're going to have issues with either way, but I've had some success with it before. So I wish you the best of luck, sir. Oh, you could just see the layer of dust on this board. Let me focus. Sorry. Look at that. That's just how much dust is on this board here. Look at that. Oh boy. Okay. So next one here is again 47.6. Okay, so we need one more of those. I think this is the last one we need. I lied before. I forgot. Okay, cool. Let's continue. I'm not breaking any records here, but I'm breaking my own record for not being as slow. Okay, cool. Let's go from this angle then. All right. Where did my tweezers go? There they are. Let's get some flux in the area here. Now, okay, we're gonna place our capacitor correctly. Let's clean our iron up a bit. I have plenty of iBook G3 clamshell. Oh, the non-clamshells. Yeah, the non-clamshell ones do stink. I was about to say, hopefully the clamshell ones aren't starting to stink either, because then I'd be upset. Alright, I'm going to have to move this. Sorry, it's in a weird spot. I can't risk burning up this SCSI connector. Okay, I think that went okay. Okay, I think that one's good too. Sweet. Let's take a look. Yes, I need to do that. I have a fan, but it's way too big, so I can't put it anywhere. You'd probably hear it like crazy. Yeah, I could use some little gunk is around it, but that's okay. That's not going anywhere. Cool. All right, so we got 4 more to do, I think. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. All right, cool. Let's do these ones. These are the 16. What are these? What does it say here? G107J. Where'd the other ones I go? There. Wait, no. Maybe. Shoot. Where'd I put them? I am losing my mind here. Sorry, guys. Not the 50 volts. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, did they fall down? Yes, they did. That's where they went. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, these are 6C. Yes. Okay, cool. Alright, so we need 4 of these. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's get out the packet there. Yeah, I should prepare and just put all the caps in a row. But I'm just... did not think of that. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah! I'll just put that over there for now. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, we got our 4 capacitors here. And then we have 1 more of them, actually. So, where's that other one there? 107. Oh. Pooh. I did the wrong one. I goofed again, Bruce. That's alright. I will... since I did not butcher that capacitor, I can easily redo that. My bad. So that is actually the wrong one there. So, let's just take that off. I'm just going to use this to do that. Just want to get this out of the way here. Well, we got that cap a little crispy, but I think it'll survive. Oh, hey, Greg. I'm back from 2004. I got you an Outcast CD. be saying. All right, so let's fix. Yes, I've tried to improve, Jay. Tried. Thankfully, it's I don't think I screwed up too bad. This one won't be as pretty because I have to do this the way I was doing it before, but. Oh, nice. I have to watch that. Yeah, Greg is on an iPod video spree right now. And he just unboxed an HP iPod. That's right. Hewlett Packard had the approval from Apple to resell iPods for a time. And yeah, that was an interesting time. And I remember Steve Jobs or somebody at Apple, probably Steve Jobs, later said something like, we gave them basically like a license to print money and they screwed that up. But I think Apple got the better deal out of that because for the longest time iTunes was being installed on PCs from HP, even after the iPod. Oh boy. Looking at iPod HP stuff and I found a sealed iPod plus HP official Firewire card bus adapter. Oh wow, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I have no use for it either, but that is still pretty cool. Okay, we fixed that capacitor there. That's not going to cause us any issues. Let's do the final few here. I said before, but I'll say it again. So let's now get this back so you can see something here. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's do this the proper way. Let's flux this up here. Oh, that's a lot of flux. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's get these little caps on here, and we should be able to make fairly quick work of this, I hope. Okay, so let's get this out here. Yep, it didn't take that time. Okay, we just need to do the other side. add some more flux to this guy here. Oh, come on, get off of there. Whatever. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think that worked out very well. Alright, let's do the one right next to it. Oh, shoot. You guys are pointing out the wrong one. I'm sorry. There we go. That one looks nice. $1,200. Oof. That's, no thank you. Buy a car for that. Jeez. Not a good car, but still. I don't think those are going anywhere. Sweet. Alright, next two. We have 3 left. We're making good progress. Thank you very much, sir. I have my moments. Not many of them. But I have them. Yeah, the Bruce's method is much better than what I was foolishly trying to do before. Nope. Nope, that didn't catch. That one caught. Yay! I think that got it. Alright. 4K footage on a Power PC. Oh, lordy. Not saying it can't happen, but you want to do video or you want to do a slideshow? Yeah. Alright, let's try and get this one. I have to move this because it's gonna get right into the where I don't want it to get into. No. Oh boy. Yeah, I have to turn this. This is just not a good angle. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I think that got it. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Sweet. Okay, so that, I think you guys would hopefully agree that those two look pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, so I think we're on our last one. I think so. I know, a recapping job in under 5 hours? It's insane. Okay, so the last little cap guy, did we take it out? Or let's see. I guess I didn't take it. Well, we have spares. Whoops. As he drops caps all over the table. Well, we could clean that up later. Okay. How do I clean this up when the towel fell on the floor? Ah! It's a neat card. What card? What'd I do? Oh, the microscope? Let's hide that. Okay, alright, let's get this situated here. Let's see. It's hard to read the arrow on the board there. Okay, there we go. We turn that. Whoops. Okay, cool. Alright, let's this will be our last one, hopefully. Okay. There's too much solder on the end of the tip there. Okay. Oh, the firewire card. You'll have to take a look at that. Okay, I think I'm going to compare this to the other one. The ugly but functional one. Because I think that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Very scientific method here. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. I think we're done. I think we are done, gentlemen. In 1 hour and 49 minutes. Just under 2 hours. This board looks much better. Look at that. It almost looks semi-professional. Oh, you stupid camera. Come on. I do not have the patience for you right now. Whatever. I think it looks pretty good. We are focusing on my hand, so it will focus on here. Maybe. Come on. There we go. Looks pretty good. I'm actually going to take my phone and get a snapshot of this because the webcam does not do it justice. And I'm going to turn the soldering iron off because hopefully we won't need it. Because I think we're pretty good here. Now, what I want to do is just do a very quick cleanup, make sure I don't have any, and of course that is dirty too. Yes, I think that helped in many ways. All right, so let's just clean some of this gunk up here, because even though this flux is not corrosive or anything, I don't want to leave anything hanging around here that shouldn't be there. Okay. A lot of flux over here. Let's get that off of the board there. We do not need that hanging around. Yes, having the right tools and the guidance from individuals who know how to use them makes all the difference. Okay, I think we... Oh, no, there's tons of flux in this area. Oh, boy. Not getting every little bit, but I'm getting the big globs I left behind. Don't want it getting like under the SCSI connector here and all that stuff. Ooh, that's a big piece. Alright, you guys ready? Are you ready, gentlemen? It's the only ones I got, buddy. So, I didn't buy them. But it makes sense that the pink Q-tips are going in the pink trash can. So, well, now I'm screwed because Dana said I can't go wrong from here. Alright, let's move all this stuff out of the way. Let's turn the station off. Yeah, I'd hope we don't have anything exploding because I pretty much followed the same exact way I did the other board, and they're the same. So, oh, we have some extra goo here. Let me just clean that up. All right. Let's hope. Okay, so I have the case here. I have our board. I'm going to just get some of this dust off here. That is dusty. Oof, jeez. All right. Yes, I will be cleaning the board thoroughly. Let me get some of my Q-tips more. 1 second. There's just a few little spots to touch up here to clean up this board with alcohol here, just wherever there's extra flux just hanging about, because I got the big glumps off, but just want to make sure it's, yeah, we don't need it there or there. Definitely not there. Let's get that out of there. Right in the ROM socket. We do not want that. No, thank you. You could gladly donate Q-tips to me. I will gladly accept them. Alright, there's much more flux here than I thought there was. Okay, that's looking marginally better. Oh, jeez, there's just so much gunk and dust on this board. If the hot air gun had a cool setting, I'd blow off most of this dust, because it's just, oof. But that will have to do just for our testing purposes now. And once we're all good, we'll get another good cleaning. Alright, so let's get this situated here. Oh, there's a piece of broken plastic. How the heck did that get there? Oh boy. Oh, what the heck? Come on. The plastic is brittle on this, but hopefully everything else is okay. Alright, we got that sitting here. There we go. Alright, all our ports are in there. I'm going to start plugging things in. Got our power supply. Got our floppy disk drive. We got our speaker. And we have... Where'd I put the fan? The fan was around here somewhere. Huh. There it is. Ooh, this is a dusty fan. Everything is dusty. Everything is dusty. Oof. Oof. Yeah, that's going to stay dusty for a little bit. We're just testing this. Alright, and I'm not putting it back in that thing there because it's going to snap if I try. Alright, guys. Place your bets. What do you think is going to happen here? I am hopeful. I want to prepare here. 1 second. Let me get a keyboard, an ADB cable. In fact, I have to swap this around. Yes, super chat if it works. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Okay, let's plug this in here. And if it doesn't work, I all owe you. Oh, wait a second. No, let's not do that. And let's see. Let's put our memory back in where it belongs. So this guy goes here. Oop, sorry. Okay, cool. And Let's turn the monitor on. Yes, that's why I'm seeing which piece of paper I hid my SCSI 2 SD adapter under. What machine was I using on it last? Oh, shoot. I just had the darn thing. Well, that's disappointing. Hold on. It's got to be like right here. I don't think I put it back in the quadrant, did I? No, I didn't put it back in there. Where's that darn board? I just had the SCSI 2 SD adapter because I'm like, oh, I might have to use it. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Where did it go? I want to go to bed. Where'd it go? Is it over here? No. Shoot. This is going to drive me crazy because I literally just saw it. What the heck? Oh, there it is. Ah. I left it inside of my Macintosh 2SI. Alright. Okay. Alright, now we can do this. Are you guys ready? Because I am. I am ready. I want to see bets in the chats. What do you guys think? Okay, so we got our SCSI cable here, which we're not using that one. That one's rusty. No thank you. So Jay, you think it's going to work? It's the moment we've all been leading up to. Alright, and plug in this here. Plug in this here. Let me make sure I have a mouse. Okay, we have a mouse. Let's get the camera situated here. Let's get everything in frame. Okay, and let's get our power cord. Yes, well, I'm going to use what I got. Alright. Let's hope this works. 3, 2, 1. Yay! We got a chime, we got an LED on here. Let's hope we get... Oh, I have no video plugged in. Shoot. If the video's not plugged in when it starts up, I don't think it's gonna show. Let's try again. No wheezing from the speaker. We have video. We have a cursor. The cursor's moving. And SCSI, come on, SCSI. Maybe. There might be some dust on the cable or something that's not making connection. Oh, thank you, Greg. There we go. Happy Mac. Oh, black screen. What is it doing? What is it doing? You rebooting? Okay. It might not like the version of the OS I have on there. But thank you, Greg. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Hooray! Yes, I'm very happy, Bruce. Goodbye, Wheezy Mac. Yes, bye-bye. We don't want to hear you anymore. I'm curious why the SCSI to SD adapter is being silly. I'm gonna use the same SCSI cable from the 2SI, just to eliminate any funkiness here that could be wrong with this cable. Oh, thank you, Jay. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, geez. This capacitor on this SCSI to SD adapter is a wobbly boy. And let's turn the microphone on for microscope on for a second. Look at this. Look at this. This is look at that. What the heck happened here? It's wobbling. That can't be good. Yeah, I guess I gotta fix it. Shoddy workmanship from the SCSI to SD adapter people. Or at least that's a claim I'm making. Alright, let's shut this microscope up and let's see if it'll boot to the hard disk. Yeah, I think I had 7.1 on here. I wish I got one for free. These things are expensive. Yeah, it's very strange that it's not booting there. Yeah, let's get a floppy. We have floppies. We have a Disk Tools floppy we'll use just to make sure it'll actually boot up. Sorry, Jay. I didn't mean to hijack your stream. Too many discs. This might work. Or might not. We'll see. Welcome to Macintosh. Ooh, color. I think this is too early of a system, though. Yeah, I think the OS on this disk is like System 6. I think that's a little too early for this. Yeah, I do have the mechanical hard drive. I'm just concerned that it may not be working. Or if it is dying, I want to get the data off. Alright, here we have Disk Tools. The other one should be in this stack. Where'd it go? Did I leave it inside the Macintosh here? I bet you I left it inside the LC over here. No. I'm just an idiot, I guess. Let's turn this off. We'll eject the floppy. I'm going to double check this here. The capacitor looks okay. The one next to the SCSI drive. Make sure there's no dust there. Take the SD card out, put it back in. Try again. We'll continue this tomorrow if it's going to be a pain, but the board, in my eyes, is successful. Hopefully. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I have an idea of what it may be. No, that's not it. I thought maybe the power wasn't making it to there correctly. You know what? Let's get this out of there. I'm concerned that it's this stupid capacitor on the bottom of this here. Just warm. This will warm up real quick. This is just wobbling around. Look at this. And looks like it's not really. I'm taking pictures of this. Sorry, Jay. Okay, so I'm also going to just check real quick, make sure this capacitor here, while we have it open, over here, let's unplug it first, is doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah. Yep, that's working. Okay. Yeah, I was just concerned that maybe the capacitor by the SCSI thing didn't work, but yeah, it won't even take a minute. I'm doing that now. I'm just heating up the iron. Let's see. Oh, yep, there we go. Let me just hold the capacitor. Yeah, see, this has no solder on the other pin. That's why it's not staying there. Let's fix that. Yeah, it's like they didn't sand off the leg enough. Alright, that should do it. If that doesn't work, I'm going to bed. But thank you for sticking with me here. Bit of dust on the SCSI port there, but that should not be causing anything. And let's just make sure on this end we're good. Yep. Alright, that capacitor looks better. Let's plug this in. Plug in our power. Plug in this power. I know, I'm sorry. I'm dozing off too. Alright, let's try this one last time. Alright, so the LED flashed once, that's good. For all I know, maybe the system got corrupt on here after I was turning things on and off. So, alright, so it wasn't the capacitor, it's probably just the partition on the SD card. Alright, that's it. We're not going to go any further. But I'm very glad to report that this LC3 Plus is now happily working. We just have to get it to boot up and we'll do that at another time because I'm not going to waste anyone else's time. But we have some good signs of life here, and our speaker is no longer making that horrible hissing noise, and we are doing much better than we were yesterday and the day before yesterday, because I didn't know what I was doing when I was recapping the other one. So yes, I am making progress. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for keeping me company over the past 2 hours and 16 minutes. A new record for me doing this quickly. So I guess that's it for now. I'm going to end the stream. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. And this is much better than 8 hours or 4 hours. So yeah. But so good night, everybody. Thank you for keeping me company. I will keep recapping these as I have time, and we'll get my skills down to a reasonable, maybe hour per board. Let's hope. Who knows? Good night, everybody. See ya. Thank you for all your support, and have a good night.